Here are my top reads for the rest of the year. I've already read 110 books as of the day that I'm filming this, and I still have so many books on my TBR, to be precise, almost 900. This mostly is because I get sent a lot. As a creator, as someone in the industry, just in general, I get sent a lot of ebooks, a lot of ARCs, a lot of physical copies, but that's kind of why I wanted to do this. I have created a TBR for years now, before I was in the industry, before I was a creator in books and the book world, and I wanted to look at my TBR, and I did. I went through all 900 books, and I wanted to basically compile a list, a short list of books that, one, I've either had on my TBR for ages, so like the first books I ever put on my TBR, and still haven't gotten to. Two, mostly my physical copies, because I have like 400 physical books I haven't gotten through yet. I need to store them somewhere and sort that out, and I think this is also a good way to organize that almost. And also, of course, just in general, like my top books I'm looking like forward to this year. So it's a mix of all of those, and it's also like a heavily mixed genre. Like there's not, I don't think there's like one genre missing from this list, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. So I'm gonna go through each one that I can't wait to read. I look like I'm balding. I swear I'm not. This is just, let's do that. This is just how far, what my fringe looks like when it's pulled back. Okay, okay. Damn, I've got my father's widow peak, bro. Is what it is, is what it is, is what it is. First thing is the Copenhagen trilogy. To be honest, I think like the first 4 on this list are like mainly ones that I've wanted to read for the longest, so like they've been on my TBR for like years. I do have all of these physically now. I do, if you're new here, I tend to try my best to wait until I find books secondhand, whether that's Vinted or in like charity shops and thrifted shops and things like that. I have indeed found all of these by this point. So I've got all of these physically. Copenhagen trilogy, the Storyteller essays, The Line of Beauty and The Swimming Pool Library, both by Alan Hollinghurst. They've all been on my TBR for so long that I don't know why they're on there. I'm a big contemporary lit girly. My stats will say that I'm into romance more than contemporary lit. That's not true. I just love romance as well. I think also romance is far easier to get through very quickly than contemp lit, but these are all, I believe, contemp lit, and all like TBR authors I've had for a while, and most of them are thick books. They're scary looking ass books, but I feel like it's something that I've always wanted to expand my reading taste and style into for years, and I just haven't done it. I've prioritized other books. So those are 4 that I'm like desperate to get off my TBR because they've been on there for the longest. But then we kind of go into like more modern romancy, like new ones, and then like some that have like interesting backstories, so I'll get into it. First Time Caller. When I first saw First Time Caller, I think I died and then came back. It's such a beautiful cover, and then I found out that the artist for the cover is an artist again I've followed for years, and I was like, no wonder I love this. So I actually got sent First Time Caller by, I think it was like a company, it's not publishers, but it was like a bookish company that helps you sell books after you finish reading them if you want to like unhaul and things like that. So I worked with them and they sent me this in return, which was really sweet because I really wanted this. So I do have that physically too. The Night Circus is also one that, do you ever feel really drawn to a book, but it's random? It's not like, oh, I love this cover, or oh, this is something I would usually read. It's more so like there's like a physical energy pull to it almost. I remember, and this wasn't even on my TBR, but I remember years ago I walked into my local Waterstones and I saw The Night Circus, and I like read the blurb, picked it up, read the blurb, and I just felt so drawn to it. Back then, this was before I was employed, this was before I was making money. I could only get one book, and I think I went in to get a different book, so I didn't buy it, but I have thought about it ever since. And I finally found it in a thrift store. So I do have it, but again, it's one that I've prioritized over it, which I really, really want to get to it. I really do. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I've read some Elsie Silver, but I think I actually have more books than I've read of hers. Like, I've been sent a lot of Elsie Silver. I found a lot of Elsie Silver on Vinted and in thrift stores, which is great. But Wild Love, when I first saw that cover, I was like, gimme. Give it to me. Give it to me, please. I love covers that aren't the typical, like when you think of like Tessa Bailey, like her current covers at the moment, I love covers that aren't like that. I still read Tessa Bailey, but I just love like romance covers that stick out like that and are a fun take on modern covers and things like that. Love it. Then Out on a Limb and Done and Dusted. Done and Dusted, that entire series I want to eat up. The covers are beautiful, the concept is everything to me, and I just need to start the entire series. And Out on a Limb, I've read Hannah Bonham Young before, and I really liked it. The ending was insane, but like stupid, but I still like the majority of the book, so I want to give it another go. Plus I completely love that it's a series dedicated to people with disabilities and things like that, and so I just really want to get back into that because I did enjoy that. Then we have Alice on a Friday Night, and this one was sent to me by the author over a year ago. It has to be over a year ago now. And it's just, I think it's like one of the most interesting books that I own that I haven't read yet. So I really just want to get to it. I think I'm like, I don't ever get FOMO about anything, but I feel like I'm missing out on this book. Windswept and Interesting. I love Billy Connolly. I love that man. And this is one of the first ever books that I thrifted. So I really, it's also really big, it's a chunky book, so I really want to get through it. I also just want to read about him because I feel like because he's still alive, I almost feel like a memoir is more interesting when someone's still alive, because also that when they're talking about themselves, I don't know, it's so interesting to me. Like Patti Smith, what's his name from Foo Fighters that I don't like anymore. But reading theirs as people still alive was so interesting, because I do also want to read, and I own as well, Gene Wilder's biography, and I love Gene Wilder, but I almost feel like it's not the same. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. It's probably in my head, to be honest. Then Prophet by Sin Blaché, I think is how you say their name. Prophet is a book that I actually got signed by the author, and I also, well, there's two authors from what I remember. One of the authors signed it. I was invited to an event and I had to, it was strange because it was a really good event. I had no idea about any of the books or authors going into it, but I was invited and then had to buy the book. And as someone in this industry now, it's like you never buy the book when you invite someone. Like, if they're not being paid to be there, because like that's, as a creator, that's usually what they should do, otherwise it's free marketing. The very least is you don't charge them for what they get. And it was like last minute I was told that I had to buy the book. Not had to buy it, like if I wanted it I had to buy it, which was fine though. So, and I was also on my like, I had started my like secondhand buying books era, so I was like, ugh, buying a book for full price, ow, unless it's for an indie author. JK, oh, I'm gonna get beat up for that one. Oh no, indie authors deserve all the love, fuck off. But Prophet, I remember sitting in front of the author whilst they spoke about this book. Again, I had no clue going into it what any of these books were about, and they don't even like sit down and explain really what the story is about, because I think most people there knew what the authors were writing about, who the authors were. And I just felt really captivated by what this author was saying, and also like the actual like story line seemed so interesting, so unique, and so like me. Like I don't know how else to describe it. So I have it, it's signed, and also I've paid full price for it. So I really gotta get to it, and bloody hell I better enjoy it. Then, oh my god, Letters to Milena by Franz Kafka. First of all, this book is beautiful. It's so stunning to look at. Second of all, lovers yearning and being apart, and I love it. I need to read it. It's been one of my top like to reads for the past year and a half, I think. Year maybe. And again, still haven't gotten to it. I will say, like, as someone again who gets paid to create content, gets sent all these books by publishers, I obviously feel and have some form of responsibility to read certain books first. Sometimes they even give you deadlines. If you're on NetGalley, you know that they have a countdown. There's quite a bit of stress behind that, and like I don't mind it too much, it's not a problem, but I also feel like the reason I'm doing this is because I have almost abandoned the books that I want to read, that I choose, instead of the ones being sent to me, which is also like a really good problem to have. It's not a problem at all, but yeah, these are the ones I really like want to just do with like no deadline or like anything like that in mind. Then we get into all the new books that have either just come out or are coming out this year. Number one, Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green, which I've actually started to listen to already. I'm listening to the audiobook. I fucking love John Green. I don't care what this man could write like homework and I would read it. I desperately though need him to go back to writing fiction, because that man is the reason I am a reader. Partially. I'm really excited though. It has incredible ratings. I love all of his books. I think he's awesome. I just think he's such a character, him and his brother. I just think they're such cool people, and I really don't say that often about anyone. So I'm really excited to get into this one now. Then Revolve by 𝙁𝙗𝙗. I loved Spiral and Collide, and I need this one. Okay, I need it. It needs to be given to me immediately. Okay, thank you. Bridgens and Bread Knives by Travis Baldree. Kill myself. I remember reading Legends and Lattes and just loving it so much, and then quite recently actually I read the prequel and I still loved it. It was actually really good, but I'm like, give me some of this. Give me a sequel, not a prequel. I want a sequel. He heard me loud and clear. We read each other's minds. Is that the right? You know what I'm talking about. And then I saw that this was coming out. I literally had a meltdown. On the same day, in the same like span of 5 minutes, I saw that Revolve, Bridgens and Bread Knives, and the next book I'm going to talk about were all coming out. I lost my damn fucking mind. I literally had a breakdown. So Travis Baldree for me is an author. At the moment, so is 𝙁𝙗𝙗, but less so just because this is the first kind of like series. But still, I'm so excited for both of those. But the one that I'm most excited for on this entire list is Bread of Angels by Patti Smith. I can't believe in this day and age we're still getting Patti Smith's books. Like, I've seen this woman live, singing, reading poetry, and she's still banging out books left, right and centre, and I'm like still shocked. But Patti Smith is the reason I'm a reader to this day, because I went through a couple of years where I just stopped, really. And she is literally, like, if I didn't fall in love with Just Kids, I probably wouldn't be in the industry right now. So there's that. But it's a memoir, which is why I'm so excited, because she has released a lot of poetry and like little essays and stuff, but this is a memoir and I'm so fucking excited for this. The moment it comes out, I'm buying it. I don't give a fuck about secondhand shit. Give it to me. And finally, I think this one is arguably the most important one on this list. I also already have it physically. It was sent to me by PanMac, so big thank you to them. But The Eyes of Gaza. I actually recently got a lot of books myself on Gaza and the genocide, and already read a few of those. Some of them were really short, but I have a lot now. This is still my top priority though, and that's just because it's also like a physical one. I got a lot of ebooks, so I would love to get to this. I think this is just such an important book and it should be like on everyone's TBRs. Simply put. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am getting a headache, so I'm gonna go. I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good following week, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.